What's up, YouTube? I have a very special watch video for you guys today. These are two Cold War, pardon that noise, that was my insulin vial tipping over. But anyway, these are two Cold War Vostok, I think is how you pronounce the name, Cold War, made in the Soviet Union wristwatches. Now, I actually have three Vostok watches. I am actually wearing the only one with a fully intact leather strap. As you guys can see, these ones are from the 70s or 80s and are quite deteriorated, as you can see. So I am going to be purchasing a NATO leather strap for both this one, and then I can just cut these off and feed the leather strap through and underneath, and then that will be the replacement for these two original ones. However, I will probably keep the two original ones around and not throw them out, just so that way I have everything that originally went to these watches, because I really want to wear one of these. Not only do they look cool, I mean, I probably won't wear this one in public just because it has a KGB logo on it, but these are the Vostok 200 meter depth wristwatches, and you do have to wind these mechanically. So this unscrews, and if I can get, there we go, and then you wind it like that, which oops, screwed it back in. There we go. You hear that, guys? That's how you wind these mechanical watches. They are very analog. There's no batteries and no nothing with these watches, and there isn't even a little pull out to adjust the date. What you have to do is you have to let the hour hand pass midnight and then let it change, then turn the hour hand all the way back past 9 in reverse, and then forward again, and then that's how you set the date. I didn't know that at first, and I literally, when I was setting this one's date that I'm wearing currently, I literally sat there, kept turning it just to get that thing to pass, and then I was like, well, there has to be some other way that is much more efficient than that in order to get the calendar date correct on this thing. But anyway, guys, so that's the thing about that, is I was sitting there, and you know, it's not like you can just pull it out, because I know some American and Western made watches, you just pull it out, you know, past adjusting the time, or not quite as far as adjusting the time, and you can set the date quite easily. With this one, it's different. You gotta literally let the, again, hour hand go past midnight, change the date, then reverse all the way back to 9 o'clock, slightly past 9 o'clock, and then you'll hear a little tick noise, and it'll move once, but it doesn't actually change the date, and then you just move it forward past midnight, and then it moves on to the next date. I've never seen watches like these before until I did a little bit of research on them. I found a store called sovietwatches.com, I think is what it's called. I don't exactly know, guys, so don't hold me to that. They're based out of the Ukraine. However, these watches, I've never seen this one, the KGB watch, on their website, period. Maybe they have it somewhere. However, this watch in new old stock condition, they used to sell for about $135, and they are all currently sold out. They don't have any more of these, unfortunately, because honestly, guys, this one is my favorite out of all three watches that I have, just because it actually has Russian writing on it, and it has the Soviet submarine, and it actually says made in USSR right there. But again, guys, before I can actually wear these, I do need to get new leather straps, because these ones are so brittle, I would be afraid that they would just break. And I definitely don't want a very nice, interesting piece of history falling on the ground and breaking. But anyway, guys, I just thought I would come on here and, you know, show you guys these watches, show you guys how to wind them, how to set them. I showed you how to wind them, but if you, like, once you get to that point, if you just pull on it a little bit, then you'll, engage the setting mechanism, and you can set the watches. Now, how I got these watches, they were a gift to me from my father's coworker back when I lived up in Virginia, along with this one. This one was the newest one that he had gotten, I think around all the same time. So back in the 90s and 80s, he worked on the Aegis missile defense program. And back in the 90s, the Russian Federation, along with America was helping them denuclearize a lot of their nuclear silos that they had left over from the Cold War. And that's what he was doing. He was there helping them denuclearize a lot of their missile silos, and he somehow got these. And both of these are well-used watches, so I'm guessing some Soviet naval officer had this one, and some KGB person had this one, or someone within the Soviet military owned both of these watches. I really don't know the story on them, because Harold never told me who exactly purchased these watches prior to him getting them, and I don't think he ever even asked them. He just picked them up because he thought they looked cool, and who knows, they could have been at some kind of junk shop in the Russian Federation back in the 90s, and no one thought twice about them. However, to me, they are a really cool piece of the Cold War, and I do plan to wear them in a video, not the one that I'm making on YouTube. I have another account on a different platform where I pretty much only make stupid content that is anti-furry, and a lot of people, especially on my latest, well, now second to latest video, kept saying I looked like Adler from Call of Duty Cold War. So I do think I will be wearing one of these, because if you pay attention in Call of Duty Cold War, Adler does wear a wristwatch kind of like one of these. However, it would not have actually been a Soviet watch because he was a CIA agent, so it wouldn't have been one of those, but it fits the setting, Cold War. So I think once I get a NATO wristband for this watch in particular, I think I will wear that one when I dress up as Adler and actually try to act out some of the things that he did, because several people again were asking me, oh, you look like Adler, please do an Adler cosplay and actually try to imitate his voice, stuff like that. So I am going to try that, and if that video does well, I probably will also post it onto YouTube as well. I'm still not certain yet, but again guys, I just figured I'd come on here and show you these watches. They are quite nice. However, they are dirty and they are scratched, but I mean, that just tells a story, because honestly, I have no idea who owned these. I have no idea how they wound up getting into Harold's hands exactly, but they're cool watches, guys. Especially this one that actually says made in USSR. I really like that. This other one doesn't say that, unfortunately, anywhere on it, but this one will probably be my Comrade T-Man watch that I will be wearing sometimes. However, I won't actually wear this in public. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the video for today. Very different video. I don't normally do videos like this. However, I will post an update when I get the different watch bands, put them on, and start carrying these watches, because at least so far that I've seen with mine from the 90s, that still has a fully functional wrist strap. They're fairly decent watches. I mean, they keep good time, and they're nice. I really enjoy them. And I will see you guys in the next video.